What's up, guys? It's Lugo back with Flex Appeal episode 26. Today we got our primary leg day. I started off with some squats as usual. Felt decent coming in. A little bit weird, like tired when I started to drink my energy drink, which is very strange. It's a very strange conundrum because I feel like sometimes when I drink caffeine that I start to get tired for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why. It kind of makes me angry because it kind of defeats the purpose. But it was a good leg day regardless. I feel like I jumped my warm ups too quick because I usually warm up pretty decently. But I started to feel like a good pump in my legs, and I was like, man, I don't want to be too like I don't want to tire myself out before I meet it. So I just kept jumping. I took like 60 kilos for like four. I think I took 80 kilos. So I went bar 60, 80 for like two, and then I just went straight into my set of 90. And it honestly felt like I felt good and strong, but towards like the second set, I started to feel like my right knee, and not in a good way. Like it started to feel like, oh shit, I'm feeling this like knee joints during my squat and like my descent. And so I was like, fuck. I was like, this is not ideal. And so I thought the rest of my workout was gonna suck, especially moving into leg press, but it ended up not really being a big problem. Um, which is good because I really don't want to get injured right now. And I think I just have to like, even if I feel good, I just have to make sure I take the same amount of warm-ups that I usually take. Because usually I would like do a bar for 10, 60 kilos for like 6 to 8, and then I would jump to 70 kilos for 4 to 6, 80 kilos for 2 to 5, 2 to 4, and then 90. I would, if I knew for sure that was my set, I would just take the set. But if I was building up, I would take it for one and then see where it's at. But I am being not very smart about my training today, and I almost goofed, but uh, we are good. We're very good. I ended up getting ground beef, like I said yesterday, and it actually digested very well. Like I feel very good from yesterday's meals, which was like two ground beef meals and like a protein shake. Big meals too. But this leg extension I wanted to talk about in particular because I was doing single leg, and last week I was like, this is so awkward to do single leg extension on this machine because the right one's easy, but as soon as you get to the left leg, there's nowhere where you can like put your right leg because it's just like jamming into the right, and you can't. I'm not really flexible to like put it up. So when I'm doing it, this right leg has to like go back at the same time, but it's really hard to not put pressure on the leg pad with the other one. So I was like, I'm just gonna do bilateral. But then I'm like, I'm not really that strong at leg extensions, but this machine goes up to like, I don't know, 250 or something, and I'm already like at 198. So I'm gonna have to get to a point where I'm just doing reps with this because we don't really have other good leg extensions that let you, the bottom doesn't stretch, give you a good quad stretch in the back. Like it just stops, I guess, at the bottom. I don't know what hand gesture I'm trying to make, but it just stops at the bottom and it doesn't like go further back to give you a quad stretch, which is unfortunate because it just feels like a lot of leg extension machines are poorly made because the quads do, I from what I've seen, benefit from stretch mediated hypertrophy, which is why people do, sissy squats, pause in the bottom, stuff like that. And I really wish that we had a really good one, a plate loaded one, like a few years ago that had a seat belt and it was unilateral. Not sure why we got rid of it. I feel like sometimes people don't really value good machines. They kind of just go with the basics, which I mean does work. Like people really like hammer strength. I personally think hammer strength machines are, some of them are kind of buns. Um, I think they're the bottom basic of the totem pole, right there with like, life fitness stuff, just beans. I mean, they're serviceable, but like I'm really, I'm gonna go off on a tangent because this video is over, but I'm kind of a nerd for like machines and stuff, and like really hardcore bodybuilding stuff. So I kind of feel like I'm very unique in the aspect of I don't really like the basic stuff. Like if I don't have to use it, I won't, which is why I kind of don't go to the other gym that we have in town because it is very nice and it has a very good environment for powerlifting. But as far as my own training goes, I really value other stuff outside of compound lifts, and most of what they have is just like basic life fitness hammer strength machines. They don't really have a lot of diversity, and I really feel like with the stuff that we have here at this gym, I'm able to get more out of certain training with, using different types of machines and whatnot. So that being said, hammer strength ass. Just a closing. We should get more Prime stuff. Prime is the goat of equipment right now. Sadly, their equipment is very expensive, and I believe it probably takes a long time because I think they, like Arsenal, are probably U.S. based and they do not outsource their work. So that is very sad. I really hope we get more stuff though. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for my pull day. Thanks for watching.